In the wintertime, you can have a variety of excellent walleye fishing in several of the lakes and the rivers here. And you don't think of catching trout through the ice too often, but there's lakes to trout fish, very abundant supply of panfish for ice fishermen. And you wouldn't believe all of the different techniques that are effective here. We're seeing a lot of people coming and going fishing with plastics. People learn that these plastics work really well. Northern pike through the ice, who doesn't love seeing one of those big monsters come through the ice? Muskie season, of course, is closed, but people catch them often in the bodies of water where they're prominent. Bass, things like that. A lot of people will go home with a meal of fish too if they like to eat fish, or a lot of people come and just catch and release them. But big varieties, you can fish deep water over on the chain and Bear Lake. They get some monster walleyes there at nighttime fishing, so it's not just a daytime sport for folks that come and visit. Lots of access areas and lots of small lakes to jump around and really explore. And today, even just the beginning fisherman has a pretty good accessibility to either a lake map, or even if they've never been to that body of water, and they can have the tools to go out and have success. And it's kind of a county where there's a lot of camaraderie, and you can walk up to a complete stranger on the lake and they'll drill a hole for you if your auger breaks down, or they'll talk with you. They'll show you, hey, look at these new plastics. And there's a lot of that kind of crisscross of like almost inventiveness that fishermen that's a sport that's kind of brings people together. But in Waupaca County, everybody's so friendly about it that they share a lot of ideas. Hey, look at this tip up I'm using, or I found this plastic and it's working really good for me, try one. And you see people exchanging stuff like that and ideas, and we see it in the bait shop. That's one of the nice things about growing up around there. People come in there and one guy will overhear another guy and hey, I tried that, I've been there, and they'll share some information and may not give you GPS spots, but they'll tell you the patterns, like, hey, the water's real stained right now this year, go with a darker color, we did better on red. Or the water's real clear for some reason this year, try that translucent natural bait, maybe some flakes. You're not going to go any place where they're going to just not be helpful for you. There's so many lakes, that's what's so nice about it. So many rivers to fish. People don't really get piled on top of each other. You definitely want to talk to locals, stop at whatever shops you're going to go to. They'll have daily ice reports for you, if not daily, weekly at the very least. But you can expect to be taking some fish off the hooks, and a lot more places than you can get to in one day in a trip.